And so I want to encourage you today that you can't do the things that I can do, but I can't do the things that you can do. And you're living on a different frequency. And so that's actually okay. You just need to lean into your frequency. YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having an amazing day. If we've never met before, my name is Rylan. I'm a pastor, a missionary here in Chornomorsk, Ukraine. And today I just got an encouragement for you, just a little encouragement. But before we get there, I just want to let you know this week is actually Easter Sunday for us here in Ukraine. We actually have Easter Sunday like a month after you guys. And so if I don't get any other videos out, I'm sorry. I'll try to get more out in the next week or so. But please be praying for us. It's my first Easter Sunday as a senior pastor, and so I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be awesome. God's going to move. And so I want to encourage you today. I want to encourage some of you who are creatives, who are leaders, who feel a calling on your life, who feel a specific destiny, a specific purpose on your life that you feel as if not everyone's called to. We're all called to lead in some way, but we're all not called to leadership. Now, when I say leadership and I say being a creative and I'm talking about this, you hear me and you're automatically tuning out because you feel as if I'm not creative.
I'm not a leader. I don't think I'm a leader.
Well, maybe today after this video, you might reconsider. Maybe I am a leader. And so I just want to encourage some leaders, some creatives to be all that God has created you to be. I was reading this week and I read this random article, and the article is called The 52 Hertz Whale. Okay? The 52 hertz whale. And as I was reading this, it talks about the specific whale that scientists found a few years ago. Okay, maybe you've heard about this, maybe you haven't. This is what the article says. It says the 52 hertz whale is an individual whale, just one of them, of an unidentified species which calls at the unusual frequency of 52 hertz. It's an unusual frequency. I want you to remember this word, frequency, okay? Frequency. Somebody say it with me. Frequency.
Frequency.
The whale is speaking at a frequency that not all the other whales speak on, okay? It says this pitch is a higher frequency than the other whale species with migration patterns most closely resembling the 52 hertz whale, which the blue whale is 10 to 39 hertz, or the fin whale is 20 hertz. It has been detected regularly in many locations since the 1980s and appears to be the only individual emitting a whale call at this frequency. It has been described as the world's loneliest whale. Interesting. So when I was reading this, I felt that God spoke something to me. I felt God tell me, Rylan, in some ways, this is you. In some ways, this is what I'm calling you to. In some ways, this is how I have called you to be. And so because this whale spoke at a different frequency, it was unable to speak to ones of its kind. Not that it wasn't a whale, it was still a whale, but the wavelengths, the hertz, the frequencies weren't equal. They weren't the same. You see, leadership requires you to be at a different level. It requires you to be at a different frequency. That if you're a leader today, you are thinking in ways that not everyone's thinking. You are doing things that not everyone else is doing. You are called to live in such a way that not everyone else is living. And so oftentimes leadership can feel lonely. Oftentimes, leadership can feel lonely because you feel as if I'm called to be here. And I'm not just talking church. I'm not just talking ministry. Maybe you are a leader in a workspace. Maybe you're a leader of a business. Maybe you're a CEO. That oftentimes you are called to think differently. You're called to act differently. And I'm mainly talking to Christians today, but if you're not Christian, I think you can apply some of this to your life. But I'm mainly speaking to Christians today. Being a leader doesn't mean that you're not Christian. You're a Christian. You're the same as everyone else. You're nothing special. You're not better than them. But you think and you act and you talk often in a different frequency. And so many times you can feel as if you're lonely, because leadership can be lonely. And so in this life of leadership, in this life of calling, you're going to feel a temptation to just be like everyone else. You're going to feel a temptation to talk like everyone else. Maybe you'll even feel a temptation to be like that leader, or to be like that leader, or to be like him, or to be like her, because I want to have the influence of them. I want to do what they're doing. But can I encourage you today? God has called you to live in a different frequency, that he's called you to live in a different way, that you are created different than I am, and I am created different than you are. And you got gifts that I don't have, and I got gifts that you don't have. And so this is why we are the body of Christ. I need you, and you need me. You see, if Jesus wanted another Rylan, he would have made one. But guess what? There's only one of me. If he would have wanted another Stephen Furtick, if he wanted another Bill Gates, if he wanted another Steve Jobs, he would have made one. But there's only one of them. Why? Because the world only needed one, and God only wanted one of you. He created you special. He created them special. And so I want to encourage you today that you can't do the things that I can do, but I can't do the things that you can do. And you're living on a different frequency. And so that's actually okay. You just need to lean into your frequency. You see, you don't do the same things that they can do, and you don't speak on the same frequency that they can speak on, and you don't live in the same way that they live, and you don't talk the same way, and you don't dress the same way. Why? Because you're called to do something different. You don't have to speak the way that they speak, and you don't have to look the way that they look. Why? Because God's called you to be different. And so be you. God doesn't bless who you pretend to be. God doesn't bless you're striving to look like someone else. He blesses when you walk in the calling and in the lane that he has for you. And so why don't you walk in your lane? Why don't you stay in your lane? Well, nobody can be like you. And so God created you for a purpose, and he created you for a mission. And so I can't do those things. And so I need you to do the things that God's called you to do. We need you to do the things that God's called you to do. And so you might not look like me, and I might not look like you, and we might work on little different frequencies, but we got the same goal. And so stay in your lane. Keep pressing on to Jesus. Keep staying close to him. Stay close to what he's called you to do. Keep pressing on and do it the way that you are called to do it. Do it with your gifts. Do it with your talents. Do it with your convictions, and we're going to see this world changed for Jesus. I hope that encouraged you. If you were encouraged, let me know. Consider liking this video. Comment. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know what you think. Consider subscribing if you were blessed by this. Like I said, this Sunday is Easter Sunday for us here in Ukraine. So I don't know if I'll be able to get another video out here for you this week. But please, please, please be praying for us. We are super excited for what God's going to do. I love you guys. I'll get some more content out here for you soon. So YouTube, love you. Peace.